Students at Northwestern University spend their free time in various ways. Alexander Gallard, a freshman who is originally from Washington State, enjoys farming oysters.
Honestly, a lot of the fun that I have with oysters is just going out there and hanging out with my dad and just talking about oysters. And just like, there's something about going out on the Puget Sound water and putting on like these boots and slushing through like the big mud and like lifting up. Like it makes me feel like a badass to an extent, even though I'm not doing too much work. And so I just think I think that's fun. Like I have a good time doing that. Kind of like a fun thing to say is to say like, to walk up to somebody, introduce yourself, saying you farm oysters. Because, I mean, in all reality, like oyster farming is very like low intensive. Like there's very little effort involved. You really just have to shake the bags and make sure nothing's getting like too gross, and sand isn't getting in and whatnot. Other than that, you just let them grow on their own because they're like self-sustaining animals. But it's just kind of fun to see how people react when you say you farm oysters.
How do they react?
Well, he's like surprised, like, oh, really? What? Like, I've never seen an oyster. Like, farm oysters? Do people do that? Like, what are oysters? Especially fun, like, even in Seattle, it's cool. Even though most people know what oysters are, but here, like, people will hear of oysters, but they don't think of, like, nobody thinks of oysters. Like, it's not something you think about. Maybe clams, because a lot of people have clams, clam chowder. But oysters, like, nobody really associates themselves with oysters. Or I would say a majority of people have never had an oyster. So, I would say so. I would say if you ask everybody in Willard if they've had an oyster, you might get 30%.